Welcome, everybody. I have to say, it is really fantastic. I'm going to pretend that the applause was for me, because I am a star. But the truth is that I didn't make a single film in my life, and so the applause is for the festival. Welcome, all of you, to the International Documentary Festival Amsterdam, the awards ceremony. I'm here in my festival attire. That's amphetamine. We'll be doing this award ceremony together. But yeah, a warm round of applause for them. But here at IDFA, we like to do things properly. So I would like you to give a warm round of applause to Orwa Nairabia, the artistic director of IDFA, who will officially open the award ceremony for us. Thank you, Orwa.
Thank you. Who's been smoking? Probably. Hi, everyone. We still have 3 days to go. 3 days. And we still have a lot of films to watch, but this evening is quite important, and I think it's wonderful to see all of you join us here. So much to say, but also very little to say, so I'll try. We've been absolutely honored to have such amazing jurors who were so kind and generous to lend us their minds and their hearts and watch all these films and think about them and discuss them and always end up very, very happily, unanimously agreeing on their decisions. And becoming friends, actually, which makes me truly proud. We had an amazing number of films. I think we spoke about that a lot so far, but I'm deeply grateful to all the filmmakers whose films we have shown, whose lives were invested in the making of such films. Films that made us think and discuss a lot and made us proud to share with the audience of our festival. It's been a good year so far. So I'd like to share, you know, I often talk about what's bad in the world. So this time I'm gonna do the opposite exercise and tell you that we clearly see that, at least in terms of admissions of people coming to watch films at the festival, we are getting 80% of what we had in 2019, although we are offering less than that in terms of seats and screenings. So actually we are back to pre-pandemic, and it's an amazing, amazing year. You know that I hate diversity and inclusion. Why? Because I think with all of these films and with the amazing team and programmers of IDFA, with the jurors, with who we are, it's so much more an organic, profound, existential question. It's not a checklist. So, thank you. So we do not seek gender parity, we have gender parity. We do not welcome queer, we are queer. We do not seek to have the entire world represented in our program, we are from all around the world. And this is how we try to do it. And I'm absolutely proud of the team and the programming team and every different department of IDFA, and I can't say how wonderful these people I work with are, and how much work and effort and intelligence and heart and anxiety and laughter they have all put into this. So, IDFA team, you're gonna stand up now and receive a great applause. IDFA team. one last word is, we went back to meeting each other. We did that gradually. Last year, we did meet at IDFA, but not like this year. This year, we truly met, to the extent that the few colleagues I know who got infected with the COVID went home and did not tell anyone so that nobody feels scared to go out. And they stayed home and took care that they did not infect anybody else. And I think this is how we live with it. This is how we go on, by being responsible and truly managing to keep our life going and to keep meeting and to keep watching those great films in the cinema. Cinema is not doing well anywhere in the world. But for 10 days, 11 days at IDFA, it seemed like it can still do well. And I think this is on all of us to make the choices and show the films that really make cinema meaningful and not only sell tickets. So here's to all of you and to all the lovers of a cinema that is meaningful and that brings people together. And I think I'm out of words. I've been out of words for a while, so I think thank you all. And it's hopefully the last time you hear from me this year. We're going to take a break for a year, and then I'm going to talk again. So enjoy the evening. And Amma, back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Orwa. And I mean, I agree with pretty much everything Orwa said. That's a bit difficult not to agree with him. So Orwa told you, my name is Amma. I didn't tell you that before. If you've been at the award ceremony more often, you'll know that this is not my first time here. IDFA has always been so kind to me and has always invited me back, so I feel like a very welcome visitor, maybe even part of the family, if you like. I have shoes that are the same color as the carpet, for example. That's how I keep IDFA in my heart all the time. But I should stop talking about my clothes and how I look. We're here for an award ceremony. What are we going to do? There's a lot of smoke in the room, and I imagine all of you are there, sitting at the edge of your seats, waiting to hear what's going to happen tonight. We have 17 awards to hand out tonight, guys and girls and everybody here. 17 awards and special mentions as well. Here in front, as Orwa already said, we have our esteemed jury that has worked very hard. They've argued with each other. They've thought critically. They've made selections. They will be here on the stage sharing their statements with us. Now, for those of you who get special mentions, please listen to these instructions. Stay in your seats. There are these magical floating beings who will bring your special mention certificate to you. You don't need to come to the stage. For those of you who win awards, you are welcome to join the jury when they call your name to get your award and give a couple of statements. Now, there's something very, very special about this award ceremony. It's not only the 35th award ceremony, it's not only a celebration of film and the diversity that we are here together, it's also the ceremony when we have a party after the ceremony. So please, I hope you brought your dancing shoes. Amphetamine will keep it amped up. We will have this party, we will enjoy ourselves. You'll see me take this thing off and show you my moves. But before we get there, we have these awards, right? That's what we're here for. So let's get started. Are we ready to get started? Thank you very much for the sound, because I can't see all of you. Where is the party? That's very important. It's downstairs in the brasserie when we get there. But first, let's start this, let's get the ball rolling, right? So our first award tonight is the IDFA Award for Best Youth Documentary. And to present these awards, we have two representatives from the jury, Viola Gabrielli and Eneo Sarka. If they can please join me. This is the entire jury here behind me. And the jury can please join me here on the stage and take the place behind the catheter. A warm round of applause for them.
Well, it's not that fun to be the first one to start, but I'll try to do my best. The diverse selection of the competition for the youth documentary in the 35th edition of IDFA has impressed us with a multitude of perspectives that present the next generation as active agents determined to improve their lives and that of those around them. We applaud the filmmakers for taking their audiences seriously, regardless of their age, resulting in 14 impactful stories that go beyond stereotypes and break the dominant narratives. Their elegant cinematic language forms connections between humans and non-humans and reconsiders our position in the world while constantly questioning identities. Our special mention goes to a film that does this wonderfully.
We decided to award a special mention for the IDFA Competition for Youth documentary to a film that invites us to adopt another perspective on home and identity, implying a light-hearted and tender approach while emphasizing on the agency of the young protagonist and making sure we hear their voice and see the world in the way they do. The special mention goes to Jasmine's Two Homes by Inka Achte and Hanna Karpinen. Congratulations.
So I understand they are not present, but as I said, magically, it will go to them, their certificate.
Okay, coming to the awards now. We have two awards. The IDFA Award for the Competition for Youth Documentary, focused on audiences aged 9 to 13 years old, goes to a story of growth amid nature and animals. The young protagonist honors family tradition while pursuing dreams and humbly navigating the world around in search of his own identity. The astonishing cinematic language and composition of both sound and image allow the story to offer us a lesson on being truthful to ourselves and our heritage. The award goes to Ramboy by Mathias Joulon and Lucien Roux.
Congratulations, yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to the jury. Thank you to the IDFA team. It's really special for us because we just arrived here in Amsterdam 3 years ago, 3 hours ago.
Feels like 3 years. It feels like 3 years.
and it's the first time here, so it's just the festival just starts for us, and it starts really well. Thank you so much.
Amazing, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
And it's a school film that so we really need to thank our school, our producer, Aka Film, all of our small team, the editor, Céline, Yatoni, who did the soundtrack, and Lucien. Jaber, also the producer, and also thank you for the warm, for the way the protagonist welcomed us in his world, his dreams, and his problems. I don't know. The project started 3 years ago. The foot in the mud in Ireland, and it finished here. So it's a great adventure. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, yeah.
Thanks for the IDFA teams. Thanks very much.
Thank you too. Congratulations. Yeah.
Well, as we said, we have 2 awards for this category, and I'll proceed with the next one. Because of its multi-layered narrative, catchy rhythm, and its love for details, this film is able to touch us and to provide us with new insights every time we watch it. The delicate balance between the political and the personal, and its sensitive take on home, displacement, and activism turn complex ideas into an accessible film for all. The film mirrors its questions, and it invites us to be more than simply observers. It encourages us to start conversations about injustice, change, and our position in the world. The IDFA Competition for Youth Documentary Award, focused on audiences age 14+, goes to Home is Somewhere Else by Carlos Hagerman and Jorge Villalobos.
Thanks a lot. Thank you for the jury. This is just 5 years into making film, and I have to thank we are 2 co-directors. Jorge Villalobos couldn't be here with me, but we are both very thrilled about this award, and we thank IDFA for creating such a wonderful world for documentary cinema. And I would just like to add to all the documentary filmmakers, producers, to all the documentary promoters, that we really need to start working more for young audiences in order to have audiences in the future to watch our films. Thank you.
Just fix me the mic real quick.
Well, that was very symbolic. It was great that you got the cushion off the mic, because the award ceremony has definitely started. We've given out 2 awards. We've got 15 to go. The next award that we're going to be giving is in the Beeld en Geluid Reframe Award. And before we give the award, I would like to invite Arnoud Goos. Is Arnoud around? Yes, there's Arnoud Goos, who is a representative from Beeld en Geluid, who will tell us a little bit about the award. Welcome, Arnoud.
Thank you.
I think the mic still works, don't worry. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's still working. Yes, my name is Arnoud Goos, and I work at the Netherlands Institute for Sound and Vision. And we are the proud sponsor of this Reframe IDFA Award for Best Creative Use of Archive. And the Netherlands Institute for Sound and Vision is one of the largest audiovisual archives in the world. We have digitized a large part of our collection, and we we archive over 1 million hours of film, television, and radio, but also online content, video games, or podcasts. And in a few months, we will be opening a brand new media museum in Hilversum, here in the Netherlands. And we will tell you what role media play in your life, but we will always also try to tell you what role you play in media, because these days 1 out of 2 is an influencer, and you click through media and you play a large part in media as well. So please, in February, come to our museum and visit Hilversum. It's also not so great as Amsterdam, but it's okay. It's okay. So I'm really proud to be here because archives and documentary makers are kind of in love with each other. We need each other. We cannot live without each other. And I know this sounds really dramatic, and I'm a little vulnerable right now because I tell you that I love you guys, and you might tell me afterwards that, we don't really need an archive to make our documentary. And hopefully you will tell me after the show, not now. But I will respectfully disagree with you guys, because an archive is not just to tell your next story. You can use our material to contextualize the story that you're trying to tell, but we are also here right now to preserve the story you are telling here today for future generations. So I think archives and documentary makers love each other. That's why I am really proud that I am here at IDFA and to see that so many films use archive to tell a new story or to contextualize a story or to tell old stories in a new light. And the 12 films of the selection of the IDFA Reframe Award, the Beeld en Geluid Reframe Award for best creative use of archive, show that in a wonderful way. So I'm really proud to be here, and I am glad to give the floor to the jury of this award.
No, thank you so much, Arnoud. And thank you. Please wait, or you can join me on this side. Thank you also for this declaration of love. I did not expect such a thing. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling. And thank you for making yourself vulnerable, because it is quite special. Nobody should reject archives, filmmakers. It is a love affair that will never end. Now, let's stop talking about love and let's move on to the jury. We have two representatives from the jury, Dina Jordanova and Maria Alvarez. You can take the floor and tell us about your deliberations. Yes.
And all the previously beautiful images you saw are from the wonderful films we saw. Encompassing the work of masters and debut filmmakers alike, the films in the section engaged in reviving, repurposing, recutting, resignifying previously existing material, and so made us continuously reconsider, rethink, reimagine, and reconnect. Filmmakers gave their take on the material through research that was extensive and meticulous. The variety of sources was astonishing. From cracked footage and home movies to TikTok and facial recognition software. Archives of all types and sizes transformed into films of various lengths, genres, styles, and took us on a journey through different continents and moments in history. Simple and seemingly unrelated private footage, once creatively appropriated and re-examined, became public and political. Images that were not meant to be seen widely became emblematic. We felt privileged and grateful to IDFA for the opportunity to view this eclectic lineup. The three of us, coming from different backgrounds and environments, found happy conviviality and made our choices in unanimous consensus.
So, for the unsettling warning of the perils that face us, and for the belief that a different future is still possible, we give therefore a special mention to The March on Rome by Mark Cousins. And for combining old footage and new technology in a unique journey where the private gets public, and for approaching the complexity of racism in an explorative way, allowing the viewer the active experience of research and reconstruction, making it fun and exciting. The award for Best Creative Use of Archive is for Private Footage by Janaína Nagata.
Wow, I don't know what to say, but thank you for all IDFA teams, and thank you for the jury, and for Beeld Geluid. Sorry, I don't know how to say. But I'm really happy, and I want to thank my small team also that is not here and could not be here, but especially Clara Bastos, who was the editor of the film with me, and she works with, not only works with archives, but she studies archives by women in her PhD, and she was the editor with me, and I want to thank her because I think it's properly to thank her for this, and that's it. I don't know.
Congratulations. Thank you so much for this, and also thank you to the audience, because some of our awardees are sitting in places that mean that we clap for a longer time than we might have expected when we started clapping. But please keep the energy up, guys, because we need that energy as people who are winning these awards. Let's move on quickly. We now have the competition for Best Dutch Film, and for this we have as jury representative Susanna Helke. I'd like a warm round of applause to invite Susanna to the stage.
Exciting, right? This is the most important one for you guys, right? We're here. It's a, first of all, great honor to be representing our team, our jury here. I would say the overall, we appreciated the films in this jury and felt privileged to see films from the country so graciously hosting us. It was nice to learn and wonderful to learn what kind of issues, perspectives, ideas are pressing for Dutch filmmakers. We had lots of variety in what different team members personally preferred, but after discussion, we kind of thought that, or saw that this kind of sincerity of the filmmakers' approach was one quality that we were looking for, and even more so, certain kind of transformative power of filmmaking. Those were eventually the qualities that we ended up being looking for, or were particularly kind of basing our mutual decision. And do we have something here? Maybe we do. Maybe I forgot them. And we had the joy to select a special mention. And this film was a magical, transformative journey which took us beyond our expectations of what the film touches upon, while at the same time refraining from exploiting its participants or subject matter. The film captures the miracle of becoming a character in a film. It elevates the moments experienced by the main characters into something unnamed that only cinema can capture. And the special mention goes to film Inside My Heart, by Saskia Bodeke. And the winner. This film was a sincere, tender, and honest examination of the filmmaker's experience at the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic that went beyond their personal lives and reflected upon broader themes of the present-day multifaceted crisis, deftly conveying time and place belonging and longing for a shared existence with others, birds, bees, and humans alike. This film was a lovely paean to which really matters in life. Journey through our world. Petra Lataster, Chis and Peter Lataster.
Thanks, IDFA, for having this film. We were so much surprised, and it was wonderful to see that IDFA is showing so many wonderful cinematic films, and we really love that. And we would like to thank the jury for awarding such a, well, as we found it, because it was made really home movie style, awarding such a small and, yeah, kind of local film. And but anyway, so yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah.
I also wanted to thank our dear friends Ingrid Harms and, oh, I'm too excited. I'm sorry. And there is Jolande from the NCRW who supported us so much. Thank you for all the neighbors, all the animals in our garden, and all the plants.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you. That was really beautiful. And you are really a great audience, also ensuring that everybody who should take up space does it. So thank you so much for this. We're moving on swiftly to the IDFA competition for short documentary. And the jury that will join me here is Nuria Eidelman, Stefan Pavlovic, Manuel Abramovic. Please give them a warm round of applause as they take the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'll start with a general statement. First of all, thank you, IDFA, for inviting us. Thank you to my jury members. I had a wonderful time. But okay, so in the times of polarization and isolation, in a world where hatred drives us further and further apart, cinema might still be a place for us to come together. It can make us listen to each other, and most importantly, create bonds. It can make us think and rethink the past and the present, and maybe imagine a new future. During these last days, we watched 19 wonderful and extremely varied films, which allowed us a peek into many different worlds. And there were two that unanimously captivated us and still remain in our bodies and hearts. And these films that both defy the boundaries and possibilities of cinema and reflect on the power of listening and caring as a form of resistance and change. And we'll have a special mention.
So, the jury decided to give a special mention to a film that brilliantly weaves different cinematic proposals into an urgent and thought-provoking film. Through the act of remembering, thinking together, and acknowledging, the films allowed a confrontation with colonialism and its visual and cinematic proofs. A game of memory, reactions, and reflections become a narrative device for bringing a colonial past from the forgotten archival images to the park benches of our present. And the special mention goes to the porters of Sarah Bannock.
A film made from urgency, an urgency to accompany, to make visible, to get closer, and to take care of each other. A brave film in which we feel the filmmaker's audacious gaze in every single shot. A film about displacement, where pain is transformed into tenderness, and art into resistance. We feel the effects of a war that remains out of the frame, through memories and gestures. We feel the power of listening and caring. For his mastery in playing with the cinematic language, the tenderness of his approach to the young characters, and for showing that personal is political. The award for Best Documentary Short Film goes to Away by Ruslan Fedotov.
Change your heart. Look around you. Change your heart. It will astound you.
Good evening. Thank you for. I have a déjà vu. Last year, I was shocked and I didn't know what to say. Now the same. So first of all, I want to thank everybody who made this festival possible. Thank you for your job. It's a really hard job. Then I wanted, of course, to say huge thanks to everybody who helped me with this film, who supported me, my teachers, tutors, all doc nomads, my classmates. Also, I wanted to say big thanks to my protagonist and the festival, IDFA, who helped me to bring them here, and they were in the premiere. First time they have a flight there. It was really touchable moment. And they're from Kharkiv, and now they're staying in Budapest. It's really hard to say, hard to be here, and I mean, when it's still the war is happening and a lot of awful things, and their city is still under missiles attack. They were in the premiere and they enjoyed Amsterdam Film Festival, and yeah, thanks for this opportunity. Sorry, I have to make my speech short because I have a short film. Also, I want to say that one of the protagonists made this picture because they're refugee, artist refugee, and I have a lot. I really would love to share with all of you, and they're in the backside. You can really support them. They really need help to keep going, to keep doing the art, even when they are out of their country. What do I have to say? Thank you so much. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's a prize money. It's a prize with the money, right? So I really want to share the big part of this for kids who had to leave Ukraine, and the half of the prize will go to really good dealer.
Well, thank you so much for that, and congratulations. And it's really quite magical to be here and have the jury announce winners, and for winners to emerge from the smoke and tell us beautiful things and to be clearly touched by the award. It also shows the importance of the work that is being done here. So thank you so much. But we move on swiftly, I said swiftly, with the IDFA Award for Best Feature, and the jury representative to help present this award is Ben Fowley and Rasmus Steen. Please join me here on the stage.
All right. First of all, thank you to Orwa and the IDFA team for reminding us once again why festivals are important, and to recognize Coco Schreiber, our juror who is not here tonight, and to Natalia for all your help over the past week. Thank you so much. Okay, so being introduced to 11 new talented filmmakers and having the opportunity to experience their stories and the way that they are told has been an absolute privilege. This year's first feature competition entails a strong selection of diversity in all its forms, personal and urgent stories from nearly all corners of the world. Many of the films have a deep connection to both family and trauma, introducing us to extraordinary individuals and highlighting their resilience. Behind every image, there is a story, and we sincerely hope and encourage all the selected filmmakers in this competition to continue to advance as storytellers. As the jury, we have chosen a special mention and a winner, but we would like to remind all filmmakers in competition that being nominated at IDFA for Best First Feature is an award in and of itself. And now, for the awards. In a slow and meditative pace, history is unearthed and memory is captured in carefully composed frames. We are introduced to 3 generations of political prisoners in this cinematic and sensorial reminder of the healing powers of the earth. The Special Jury Mention Award goes to Guapoí by Sophia Pauli Thorne.
And now to the winner. We live in a world in conflict, at a time in history where the level of destruction and struggle is so overwhelming that it's more than impossible to comprehend. In the film, and over nearly 3 months, we bear witness to a series of very tough decisions that are taken urgently and come with big consequences. What results in a deeply resonating film that documents a specific time, a period of time, historical documentation, and the importance of the free press. Through an immersive observational style, we see colleagues become family, but a family that is torn apart. Today, in the streets of Amsterdam, I saw that the director of this film is here, and he's here tonight. He has fled his country, and he has certainly deserves to live in a place where he and his family are accepted and welcomed. We are very proud to announce that the jury awards for the best first feature goes to The Ethilat Rus by Abbas Razai from Afghanistan.
Statement these days, I don't know, my English is not good. It's Zan Zindagi Azadi. It means women, life, and freedom. I first begin with this because of my country's women. Please, 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 please don't forget the women in Afghanistan. I'm so terrified about their future. I thanks IDFA to understand that Abbas Rizai isn't here. Afghanistan is here. It's a big, big, big joying news for my people that the Afghanistan won an award in art in these tough days. Thank you, IDFA. I appreciate my colleagues, especially in Italat Rus and other journalists that are working now in Afghanistan hiddenly, and may Taliban can find them and they will be executed because they are spies in their rule. Thank you, my colleagues and all journalists who are working to stop the badness army. I thank my colleagues that did not work. I don't know, it's not a good word for money. They just work for their heart. Thank you all to hear Afghanistan tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your team for this award. We now have the IDFA Doc Lab competition for immersive nonfiction, and the representatives from the jury that will be presenting these awards are Amelia Winger-Berskin and Marcel van Brakel. Please give them a warm round of applause as they take the stage.
Nyaweskano, thank you. On presence and being back, thank you, Orwa, for mentioning that we are back. We have to get back, back as in we need to arrive, fully present in this moment. The joy, the sensory experience, the voluptuous panic of the crowd, the love, and the connection that communal experiences provide. Being back is knowing a home is waiting for you in the hearts of the people around you, or the conversations in between screenings, or in the gifts these IDFA storytellers give us that are generous of their time, their spirit, and their talents. We are watching as young women bravely declare what has always been true, that the movement, and you can help me with this, please, the audience, for women, life, freedom cannot be stopped. Here at IDFA Doc Lab, we are reckoning with the history and shaping the world for future generations. Artists have used technology to reflect their lived experience, their research, their bodily sensations, and leverage the social, physical, and political to connect us to the here and the now. The power of immersive technology is to ground us. The electrons that flow through our bodies, the same simple particles, waves, that flow through lithium-ion batteries, glowing screens, scent generators in our nose hairs, fluid slime on our tongues, pulsating mechanical vibes in our eardrums, the light-emitting diodes that enter our retinas. This year's creators are explorers, and they have grounded us and reminded us to stay present. They have not asked that we walk in someone else's shoes, but to walk side by side with their subjects in solidarity to a collective future. This year, the jury chose a project for our IDFA Doc Lab competition for immersive nonfiction that was an arrival for the immersive creative community. This project is a clear manifestation of this unique medium that uses VR, touch, sound, and lived experience to honor the human need for community, a collective, and a desire to be free together. Through documentary, we remember those who are policed, are reckless, are alive, are unlimited, and demand to be free, even if just for a night. This jury, blindfolded in light, walked through a corridor to experience this story and found themselves transported, arms raised with the euphoric beats in our chest, and we are delighted to announce the winner for the IDFA Doc Lab competition for immersive nonfiction goes to In Pursuit of Repetitive Beats by Darren Emerson.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the jury. That was amazing to hear just then. This piece of work has been a few years in the making, made during COVID, and with a real desire at that time to connect people, to get back to the euphoric moments that make us a community, that you know, places where we can share who we really are together. Beyond politics, beyond all of that sort of stuff, where we really, truly are ourselves. I need to thank, of course, the jury and some people that made this happen. You know, getting funding and making something like this is really difficult. So it's important to thank Coventry City of Culture, and especially Tony Gillen, who commissioned this piece of work, the BFI and the National Lottery in the UK, and all the people that work there, in particular Ben Luxford, who really championed this piece. I want to thank I've got a really amazing production team that work with me on all my projects, and I want to say a big love to Ashley Cowan, who I've worked with for like 16 years, Dan Tucker, my exec producer, Ollie Lindsay, Adam Child, Conan, just loads and loads of people. I'm going to forget them all, but they're amazing. I want to thank Toby Coffey from the National Theatre and Immersive Story Studio for giving us so much support, and the University of Portsmouth also for helping us with motion capture. And I want to thank my wife, Emily, and my two kids, Betty and Daniel, for putting up with me like flying around and not being around a lot. And finally, I want to thank the Doc Lab team, who, you know, Yurinda, Annabelle, Watenka, Carlotta, and of course, Casper, who programmed my first ever VR piece, and it was a real sort of, you're talking about euphoric moments, that was a real euphoric moment for me, and thank you for like supporting, and thank you for coming out of experiences wide-eyed and excited, and driving the whole XR community to push boundaries and have a lot of fun doing it. So thank you very much.
So we have another one to give away, and that's for Best Creative Technology. And in this innovative project, this innovative project, it critiques through a new mode of critical thought. It's a slimier mode of thought than we're used to, and the work begins with the audience literally absorbing through their pores. With humor, we encounter a squishy, uncanny valley of ourselves, science fictions, in fact, science education tropes. And as a creative technologist, they infected the jury with candy plastic lasers, organisms that involve their bloodstreams. We are transformed not just in our hearts and minds, but also in the evolution of our new plastic fluid selves. And the winner of the IDFA Doc Lab Special Jury Award for Creative Technology goes to Plastisapiens by Miri Chalkanovic and Edith George.
In the days and weeks to
tools to appear in your life, dreams, or intuition. You can carry them with you through your meditation and explore your powers in this magical laboratory. Return to the center of the room.
Wow, thank you so much, everyone. IDFA and DocLab and Popcraft. And yeah, I have no words. And yeah, I'll keep making. And this award is also a co-creation with Edith Joresh, so she can't be here, but I'll pass it on. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Congratulations. And we have another Doc Lab. So for the IDFA Doc Lab competition for digital storytelling, we have jury representative Leonika Verhoog. Yes, there's Leonika to present the award.
Thank you. I'll be doing the word for my co-jury members, Lauren, already in New York again, and Jepchumba, already in Kenya. Honored to do the word. Overall, the projects selected in this year's IDFA DocLab digital storytelling competition might seem a bit unsuspecting, approaching you slowly but hitting you deeply. We noticed an overall trend that almost all projects in the digital storytelling selection were capturing powerful and personal memories, brave stories, all told very differently, but each one very effective. These projects are revealing and wildly varied, whether heartwarming or spine-tingling. What a crazy world we live in. The power of documentary digital storytelling at its best. Good job, team of the DocLab at IDFA. I'll announce the winner first, give some words, and then honor them with the prize as well, because I want to let the person know that they won. So the winner for our IDFA DocLab competition for the digital storytelling is Taylor McHugh with He Fucked the Girl Out of Me. I'll tell you why. He Fucked the Girl Out of Me is a personal account of a horrific experience, as it's supposed to be. The writing of the story is phenomenal, emotional and intimate. The experience is a unique approach to conveying a complicated personal history in the artist's own terms. They wanted to tell their story on their terms, and you feel this in the pacing and the gravity of the storytelling. The use of a retro computer game as the medium for the story was well chosen, so lo-fi and yet so dense. The gameplay itself is often an effective symbol for the powerlessness of the protagonist, as we're giving the suggestion of choice, but ultimately there's none. It is an experience we will not soon forget. At times we wanted to escape the game and the painful story, but we just couldn't. The jury kept on talking about it, and therefore we are convinced this is the winner of the IDFA DocLab competition for digital storytelling 2022. He Fucked the Girl Out of Me by Taylor McHugh.
I guess, oh God. Okay, thank you. Oh God. Some support? Yeah, I'm good. I guess I had a lot of shame, and I was like, it was destroying me. So, so I had to make this game to kind of get over it, since the best way to get over shame is to face a lot of people. But I'm super nervous about talking to people, so I used the powers of being a nerd to make a video game instead. I got a lot of nice comments on the internet, but it never really kind of fully clicked, but it really helped a lot. But after getting to come here and see people in person, I've realized that there are places I can be accepted and that I really am accepted, and that's been life-changing to me, so thank you. Bye.
So we also have a Creative Technology Award to give away. Also, I'm going to tell first the title and the maker because it's about her story. The winner of the Creative Technology Award is Eileen Jongsma and Kel O'Neill with His Name is My Name. In this experience, co-creator Eileen Jongsma allows us into the darkest corners of her family history, illustrating the power of secrecy and revelation through a series of beautifully animated shorts skillfully assembled on the Instagram platform. The design, so evocative of the propaganda that Jongsma's family sought to hide away, is pitch perfect, and the narration is polished. This project speaks to the idea of time-capsuling memories and the mixed media of graphic design, animation, augmented reality, and archival footage all contribute to its strength. We must also celebrate the courage of the makers to tell this personal family history on an open platform like Instagram. The public nature of the work may encourage others to come forward with their own similar stories and, in fact, already has in the mere days since it has been released. The AR filter adds a final depth, remarking that his world is your world and warning you that history might repeat itself if one does not stay awake to the truth, no matter how ugly. So the winner is His Name is My Name.
It's only appropriate that I'm doing this on the phone because Alina can't be here. So, first of all, congratulations, Alina. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll see you at home. All right, love you, bye. So, yeah, before this, we agreed that it was really important that a white male take this award. So luckily that worked out. Thank you so much. This is like insane. Like I honestly, like 10 years ago, we walked into Doc Lab and it kind of changed our life. So thank you, Doc Lab. But beyond that, I mean, I didn't entirely get to hear everything you said because I was trying to call Lena so she could hear it. I'll give you but yeah, I mean, honestly, like it was incredibly daring of her to do this. And I am one of the collaborators who facilitated this. And I think it's very important to acknowledge that much of the work that's made in this space is made through collaboration. And I will be reaching out personally and thanking each one of the collaborators who had a part in making this project, but I do want to take just one moment to highlight why this project was made, and that is that it's incredibly important for us to look at what the roots are of these movements that seem to be surfacing again in our world. And by looking at those movements and looking at the oftentimes very small men, primarily, who start them, perhaps we can persuade the next generation of very small men that really it's okay. Things aren't that bad. You don't have to be that big as you think you want to be in your mind. So thank you so much, jury, everyone. And like, follow, and subscribe. Okay, bye.
Thank you all so much, and congratulations to all the awardees. And really, it's such a great thing to be able to be here together in this room, celebrating the brave, the creative, celebrating this community of filmmakers and archivists, as we were told earlier, this love. Speaking of love, we have a little intermezzo for you because you've been working very hard, applauding, listening. Some of you have been doing many other things, but we have a little intermezzo with a very, very special story behind it. There's, in this festival this year, there's the film Cesaria Evora, which is a film about Cesaria Evora from Cape Verde, and she was a great musician who put Cape Verde on the map. I think most of us know her music, enjoy her music, and here we have somebody who has played with Cesaria Evora for 11 years and was inspired by her, grew with her, for whom Cesaria Evora is pretty much a godmother. Miroca Paris is also in the film, Cesaria Evora, and he told me before the ceremony started that he is now on tour or plays often with Madonna. Bet you didn't see that coming. But Cesaria Evora and Madonna were friends, you know? And so he is somebody who might have Madonna's WhatsApp phone number in case any of you are fans. Still, make sure you get close to him. But before you get close to him, please give Miroca Paris and Paulo Baumann a warm round of applause as they take us into our musical intermezzo.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Are you doing nice? I think you can make more. Are you doing nice? Yeah. That's it. I had a little speech, but I think she told you a little bit of everything I wanted to say. I can say that I'm really happy to be here this evening with you guys. Thank you so much to have me. Really, it's a big pleasure. Quem mostrava esse caminho longe, quem mostrava esse caminho longe, esse caminho para Santo Tomé. Quem mostrava esse caminho longe, quem mostrava esse caminho longe, esse caminho para Santo Tomé. Saudade, 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 saudades minha terra São Nicolau. Saudade, 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 saudades minha terra São Nicolau. Se vou escrever, montar escrever. Se vou esquecer, montar esquecer. Até dia que vou voltar. Se vou escrever, montar escrever. Se vou esquecer, montar esquecer. Até dia que vou voltar. Saudade, 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 saudades minha terra São Nicolau. Saudade, 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 saudades minha terra São Nicolau. Se vou escrever, muito a escrever. Se vou esquecer, muito a esquecer. Até dia que vou voltar. Se vou escrever, muito a escrever. Se vou esquecer, muito a esquecer. Até dia que vou voltar. Follow me. Are you scared? Come on. Saudade. Desenha a terra, San Inclau. One more time, follow me. Saudade. Desenha a terra, San Inclau. One more chance. I think you can do better. Saudade, saudade, saudade. Desenha a terra, San Inclau, saudade. Saudade, oi. Oi, saudade, saudade, saudade. Desenha a terra, San Inclau. Okay, let's finish this, come on. Oi, oh, saudade, saudade. Desenha a terra, Cabo Verde. Paul, no, but no. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. See you next time.
Well, thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Thank you for bringing us that classic. I hope for most of us this was a classic. It's really, really beautiful. And you are all so talented singing along so well. And speaking of talent, we also have Am Feminine here who will continue to support us throughout this, the awards. I hope you also enjoyed this music. Good. So we are continuing. Are we ready? Okay, because we have a few more, quite a few more to go. We are getting into the Envision competition, and the jury representatives from the Envision competition are Kidla Tahimik, Rosa Boss, and Tanya Dimitra Kapulu. If I messed up your name, I'm really sorry. I tried. Please take the stage. Welcome. Yeah.
So, good evening, IFTA. So, the jury, the three of us, two more have gone home, is grateful to the festival for a diverse selection of films, a diversity that is both geographical and thematic. We discovered stories that moved, troubled us, entertained us, shocked us. We traveled to places that endured historical injustice, immersed us in personal and collective struggles. We were invited to reflect on our turbulent past and present throughout the power of cinema. The festival not only offered us a wide range of films that triggered thoughts and discussions among the jury, but also great hospitality. IDFA guided us through these days and presented us the films in wonderful cinemas. Amsterdam does have wonderful cinemas. Our personal warmest thanks go to our guardian angel and host and jury host, Yorick, Amit Galana. Yorick, get up. Give you a round of applause. Yorick, who gracefully and generously accompanied us in these days. Thank you. Thank you again to the festival for entrusting us with this difficult task of highlighting stories and opening windows to a bittersweet world. And we'll proceed with the awards. Kitlat, all yours.
We start with the special mention. The jury recognizes this film for incorporating the oral history of the Mapuche indigenous people by challenging the romantic ecological portrait of threatened forests by a 19th century European in Chile. The special mention goes to Notes for a Film by Ignacio Aguero.
And onwards with the award for Outstanding Artistic Contribution. This work is a collage of a wide textural range. The film takes a spiritual approach to salvage an immense cultural loss due to an unwanted war, told through a family archive. An elegy to a homeland pillaged by senseless violence is built as a cinematic poem and a love letter to a father. For its unique cinematic grammar, visual texture, and time-based collage, the best artistic contribution goes to My Lost Country by Ishtar Yassin Guiterres.
Law and grace me with continuous power.
I never wait this prize, and I'm very excited, and my English is not very good. But I want to say thanks to the festival, to all the people who believe in this film, and I want to dedicate this film to the young filmmakers, the young people in Iraq who have dreams and who need to tell their stories. They have the right, and this is an award for the peace in the world against the war, because we need love and justice more than ever. Thank you very much.
And now we move on to Best Directing. The jury recognizes Roberta Torre's accomplishment in fusing the key elements in the director's filmmaking tools: music, editing, set design, costume elements, to realize this moving and entertaining Fantasia reunion portrait of a group of trans women, children of the sexual revolution. The award for Best Directing goes to Les Fabuleuses, the fabulous ones.
So thanks to the jury, thanks to IDFA Hall, and I want to share this prize with all my favolose. I want to say her names is Porpora, Nicole, Sandé, Mizia, Mina, Nicole again, and so all them, all them. I want to share this with my producer, Donatella Palermo. I want to thank Even Rai. And I want to say that I share this prize with every people who makes his life fighting with grace and force, because another world is possible. Thank you.
Okay, for the best film in this section, the Visions Award, this film is the outcome of the digital era, of an entire generation of children whose reliable outlet for their intimacies, their fears, and their desires is the social media. The filmmaker blew us away with his ability to structure and edit the found footage of these individual voices and made them into a powerful collective choir. Dark at moments, the film is a humorous yet heart-wrenching portrait of a lost generation under a dictatorial regime, surrounded by violence and hopelessness, from the home-school to the intimidating political systems. They show persistent rebellion and dignity. For its dramaturgical rigor, masterful editing, and political commitment, the best film goes to Manifesto. We don't have a name because we believe that the director is supposed to be incognito, but whoever will receive it, please come forward.
Мы – дети 21 века. Мы принимаем наркотики, садимся на диеты и любим. Мы жертвы интернета и табачной продукции, живущие сегодняшним днем и не знающие, что с нами будет завтра. У нас нет будущего. Вы его разбили.
Когда нас с детства приучали к агрессии, все говорили, что страна воспитывает сильное поколение.
Когда нас хватали на уличных протестах, все говорили, что страну надо любить.
А когда страна развязала войну, то все промолчали. И потом за ними пришли. Спасибо, что вы услышали наш манифест. Спасибо за вашу высокую оценку и этот приз.
Понимание, что мы не одни, это самая важная награда.
Спасибо, IDFA Берта Фонд, всей дружной команде фестиваля, жюри и благодарному зрителю.
Берегите свободу, которую мы потеряли.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to continue after a message like that. It hits something. I hope you're all okay. Okay. Well, we're almost there. I'm feminine. Are we still together? Yes. Okay, young people still believe in something. Thank you. So we have reached the international competition. And for the international competition, we have the jury coming here to hand out the various awards. So I would like to invite the jury members to join me here on the stage. Mary Stephen, Vanya Kalujershish, Yoshihiko Yatabi, Yusri Nasarala, and Pirjo Honkasalo.
Good evening, everybody. So, we, the jury of 2022, IDFA International Competition, first and foremost, we would like to thank Orwa and the entire IDFA team, and in particular, our tireless jury angel and assistant Rada Šešić for their hard and very committed work. To be able to come together and to watch films where they should be discovered in a cinema on a big screen is a privilege and experience we do not take lightly. So, without further delay, I would like to announce the awards of the international competition. So, we will begin with IDFA Award for Best Cinematography, which will be handed by my dear colleague Yoshi Yatabe. Good cinematography is not just about capturing a pretty image, as we all know. It can go beyond the obviously stunning image to get close to the subject and strike the right balance between locations, characters, and the sheer scale, in this case, of a disaster. From this visual juxtaposition emerges the power of the film portraying the most urgent and timely concern of our planet Earth. The award for the best cinematography goes to Alexander Abaturo for his film Paradise.
There, I can see you actually, but thank you very much for the jury, for this beautiful prize, for Orwa, for the invitation, for the whole team for this work. And on behalf of the Paul Guillaume, the cinematographer actually, the Christophe Bousquet, the color master, and Alexander Skorohodov, the assistant of the camera, who actually, I guess, liked the camera more than us, and so he always tried to take the camera and run away. Thanks to Rebecca, the producer who made it possible to do this film. It was complicated. And Leticia, who's also here in the room for the support. Thank you very much, and all team who made the huge work. Thank you. Thank you.
And now we are moving on with IDFA Award for Best Editing, which will be handed out by Mary Stephen. This film captures the smallest details in an ordinary daily life during an extraordinary time. It uses repetition, rhythm, irony, emotion, and tragedy to give a sharp picture of a particular slice of society without any need of a word commentary. It illustrates perfectly how editing is the nerve of the battle in documentary cinema. The award for Best Editing goes to Petra Lataster-Ciś and Peter Lataster for their filmy journey through our world.
자존심을 이렇게 손가락에 조금 덜어서 무릎 위에 천천히 펴서 발라주세요. 쪽팔렸던 기억들은 이제 내 후년 옆에 자연스럽게 도포하시면 되시는 거고 자존심을 이렇게 손가락에 조금 덜어서 무릎 위에 천천히 펴서 발라주세요.
We have thanked IDFA already, all the people who work for IDFA, for the wonderful films they present. But I also want to thank our very dear friend and editor Mario Steenbergen, who is a friend for so many years, and it's such a wonderful way to work with you, dear Mario, wherever you are now.
Thank you so much. As you might have guessed, we didn't prepare anything, so our words are a bit stumbling, but thanks again, IDFA, Orwa, jury, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you very much. And now, moving on to the IDFA Award for Best Directing, which will be handed out by two jury members, Pirjo Honkasalo and Jussi Nasrallah. This film tackles a very important and profound issue, a human condition that we will all have to face one day. It is candid and transgressive, physical and tender. It is a testament to family commitment and love. It is a great example as well of how you can die laughing. The award for Best Directing goes to Simon Chambers for his film Much Ado About Dying.
Yes, I lay down, I stopped and tried to take it on in. Yes, lay down, I tried to take it on in. Yeah, they got 8 million people and I didn't have a...
Thank you so much. That was actually very unexpected because the film really started off, it didn't intend to be a film. I just started filming my uncle, who's an actor, because we got on a lot better when I had a camera around and we weren't so grouchy with each other. So, then I just thought we couldn't get any funding or anything for the film, so it ended up being a film sort of made in the bedroom, not that kind of film, but you know, just on the table, sideboard in the bedroom. And so it was just amazing for me when the programmers at IDFA wrote to us and said that they liked the film. Even more amazing than they said it was going to be in this competition. And now, I mean, just unbelievable that we've won this prize. So thanks so much. I think my uncle, who's not here anymore, but is the main character in the film, would be delighted, although he said that when you die, you just go back in the melting pot. So he's not looking down on us and smiling. One of the best thing, because you know, as filmmakers, we can often feel that we're going mad because nobody really is interested in what we're doing. And that was definitely the case with me. And so coming here has been fantastic. I was coming back from the filmmakers' dinner a few nights ago, and it was about midnight. And a woman stopped me. She was on her bike. And I thought, oh, she came whizzing up to me, and I thought I was going to get run over by a bicycle again, which is what happens to all of us non-Dutch people. And she screeched to a halt with her bike, and she just said, oh, I saw your film a few days ago, and I just want to give you a big hug. I know, and that, for me, that's the most beautiful moment here. And then she said, because the film's about me caring for my uncle while he dies, and he has a very good death, by the way. And she said, I'm a carer for old people. And she said, the thing about being a carer is that if you go to a party or you meet people and you start chatting, they say, what do you do? And she'd say, "Oh, I'm a carer for old people," and people go, "Oh, good for you," and then turn away and try and talk to somebody else, because it is one of the most important things and one of the most taken for granted things, jobs, and most valuable jobs. So thanks so much, everybody, and thank you, IDFA. Thanks to the programmers.
And finally, IDFA Award for Best Film, which will be handed out by Pirjo Honkasalo and Jussi Näsväno. This film has characters who breathe life and takes us on a journey, opening us up to the worlds of culture and arts, of business and politics, of the mechanics of a success story. But most of all, it is a film that is infused with love. The award for Best Film goes to Lea Glob for her film Apollonia, Apollonia.
Wow, thank you so much. I asked if Apollonia would maybe say something, and she sent a text, so we can read it. Thank you for this. It was literally one of the best moments in my life, sitting in Tuschinski 1 and feeling our film get out there and be born. I would like, it seems maybe a little off, but I would like to dedicate this award to our mothers, the mothers of us, the women in the film. They have all given great sacrifices so that their daughters could be artists. So on behalf of Oksana Shatko, Apollonia Sokol, and myself, I would say thank you to our mothers, and then I would like to read just a little bit of a message from Apollonia.
Thank you. What is art? A sacred language, relieving us from pain, pushing us to evolve, provoke us to reflect on our conditions and the life of others. Art pushes boundaries as boundaries are meant to be pushed. Art communicates love and lifts us up. Thank you so much to everyone at IDFA, everyone who supported us. Thank you, Lea, for bringing me on this journey. And yeah, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I don't know who was keeping count, but we've gotten to 17. We gave out 17 awards. Thank you to the esteemed jury who did this amazing job of managing to select. And thank you to all the filmmakers. And as I was saying thank you and thinking thank you, I thought, I don't think there are many spaces like this that you hear thank you so often within 2 hours. It's probably, if there was a word count, you know, people like counting things these days, data is everything, it would probably be the most used word. But the other thing about thanking is that it generates happiness, apparently. And in these times of crisis, perhaps that's the best thing we can do, is to say thankful because it will still give us some of the energy that we need to keep going. And it's also really important to collaborate. I heard a lot about collaboration. I heard a lot about community, us being here together, celebrating the potential, celebrating the power of film, the power of documentary. So thank you so much to IDFA, to the whole team, to all of you for being here, to the filmmakers, to the jury, to the organizers, and of course to Amp Feminine, without whom it would have just been boring old me standing here. And thanks to you, you kept it fresh, you kept it, you know, up to date. So thank you very much. And I'd like to invite Orwa here on the stage. I'd like to invite all of the awardees, all of the people who have this big award that for somebody who comes from Ghana, the award looks like the map of Ghana, but it has nothing to do with Ghana. It has everything to do with film. So if you have one of these wonderful awards, I'd like to invite you up on here for the and special mentions. Yes. I'd like to invite you up here on the stage for a photo moment. So please join us here. We want to see all of you here together, and we want to celebrate you. Congratulations. You sped up so fast. Yeah, congratulations to all of you. So much. Take your photos and please go to the brasserie downstairs for the party. We'll see you down there.